In the last lecture, we studied about the external structure of human heart. Now in this lecture, we are going to study about the internal structure of the human heart. The human heart is divided into four chambers, from which two are the atria and two are the ventricles. Okay. Now see, these atria, these are thin walled blood receiving chambers. Okay, and the ventricles are thick walled blood distributing chambers. Means from ventricles distributing, these are blood distributing chamber, that is from ventricles blood goes away from the heart. Now these two atria, these are separated from each other with the help of interatrial septum. In this right atrium and left atrium, these are separated from each other by a partition called as interatrial septum, and ventricles also separated from each other by interventricular septum, due to which the deoxygenated and oxygenated bloods does not mix with each other. Now this interatrial septum, it has a oval depression, and this oval depression, it is called as fossa ovalis. What it called as? Fossa ovalis. Okay. Now in case of this atria, this atrium, it opens into the respective ventricles. See, the first ventricle, atria is right atria, and second one is the left atria. Okay. Now these atria, here we can observe these two atria. Okay, these two atria, that opens into respective ventricles. Now these apertures, these are called as atrioventricular apertures. What it called as? Atrioventricular apertures. Okay. Now in case of right auricle, the first blood vessel is superior vena cava. This is does not provided with wall, there is no wall. But inferior vena cava, it is provided with the Eustachian wall. And the coronary sinus, it opens, this coronary sinus, it is provided with Thebesian wall. Okay. But in case of right atrium, left atrium, four pulmonary veins are open, but these are not provided with walls. Okay. Means in this right atrium, superior vena cava open, from here inferior vena cava open, here there is presence of four pulmonary veins. Okay. These blood vessels, these are provided with wall. The first wall here, superior vena cava, it is not provided with any wall. Inferior vena cava provided with Eustachian wall, and coronary sinus is provided with the Thebesian wall. Left atrium, in which four pulmonary veins open, there is no wall. Okay. Now these valves, these are having main function, that is providing unidirectional flow of the blood. Okay. Means once the blood, it goes in the respective way, it is provided in particular direction. This is the function of the valve. Okay. Now most important thing, the right atrium, which open into right ventricle. Okay. This opening, it is provided by tricuspid valve. Okay, and and left atrium which opens into left ventricle, it is provided with bicuspid wall. Okay, these walls, these maintain the unidirectional flow of the blood. Okay, now when we studied about these ventricles are the thick walled blood chambers, and these are blood distributing. Okay, in case of these, both these ventricle, these are separated from interventricular septum. Okay, now in case of right ventricle, a blood vessel arises which is called as pulmonary aorta, and from left ventricle the blood vessel arises which is called as systemic aorta. Okay, now these two blood vessels, these are provided with the semilunar walls. Which wall? Semilunar wall. And the function of semilunar valve is to prevent the backflow of the blood. Means once blood goes into the pulmonary aorta, it prevents backflow. Also once blood goes in systemic aorta, it does not come back because semilunar valve prevents the backflow. Okay, now the inner surface of the ventricles, this inner surface of both the ventricle, it is having ridges. Means inner surface is not smooth, it is having ridges, and these ridges are called as columni corni. What is called as? Columni corni. And from this columni corni, the fibers arises, and these fibers are called as chordae tendineae, or this internal surface is also called as papillary muscles. Now the main function of these chordae tendineae is these are joined with the walls, where these are connected with the walls, and opening and closing of the walls, it is under the control of chordae tendineae. Okay, now these are the points included in the internal structure. First we see the theoretically, that is in this we just compare the atria and ventricles. Okay, diagrammatically we will see just soon. Here these atria and ventricles. Okay, now these points may be asked for the comparison or for the differentiate between atria and ventricle. Okay, if you remember these points, you can easily describe the internal structure of human heart. Okay, just we revise it. See the atria, these are thin walled chamber and blood receiving chamber. Two atria, that is right atrium and left atrium. These two are separated from each other with the help of interatrial septum, and this septum, it is having a depression which is called as a fossa ovalis. Okay, now in right atrium, three blood vessel opens: superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and coronary sinus. Now these are provided with superior vena cava does not have any wall. Inferior vena cava possess Eustachian valve. Coronary sinus consists of Thebesian valve. In left atrium, pulmonary veins open, but these are not having any wall. Okay. Now, in case of these ventricles, these are thick walled and blood distributing chamber. These are separated from interventricular septum, and right ventricle, from which pulmonary aorta goes out, from left ventricle systemic aorta goes out. Both these are provided with semilunar wall, and this semilunar wall, it is responsible to prevent the backflow of blood. Now most important structure, that is inner surface of the ventricle, it is not smooth. It gets thrown into fold number of ridges. These ridges are called as columnae corni. And from this columnae corni, the elongated fibers are formed. These fibers are called as chordae tendineae. This chordae tendineae connected to the walls, that is tricuspid and bicuspid wall, which control the opening and closing of these walls. Okay. Now these walls which are present here, that is right atrium opens into right ventricle. This opening is provided with tricuspid valve. Left atrium, it opens into left ventricle. It is provided with bicuspid valve. And movement of these walls, it is controlled by the chordae tendineae. Okay. These are the theoretical points we studied in case of the internal structure. Now we are going to draw the structure of the human heart. Already most of the points we covered in case of the external structure also. Some new points came in this internal structure, that is regarding with the walls. See, the uppermost chamber, that is 2 atria. Okay. This is the right atrium. This is left atrium. Okay. Now this septum, this one. Okay. This separates these 2 atria from each other. Hence it is called as interatrial septum. This is new point, interatrial septum. And here there is a oval depression. Okay. This oval depression, it is called as fossa ovalis. What it called as fossa ovalis. Okay. Now the lowermost chambers, inferior one or lowermost chambers, that is 2 ventricles. Now these 2 ventricles, these are separated from each other. I am drawing this line, it is dotted because this is the inner surface of the ventricle. Now these 2 ventricles separated from each other by this septum. This septum is called as interventricular septum, due to which there is no mixing of pure and impure blood from both these respective ventricles. Okay. Now the most important thing is that this right atrium, it opens into right ventricle, and this left auricle, it opens into left ventricle. These openings are called as atrioventricular apertures. What is called as atrioventricular apertures. Okay. Now here this opening, it is guarded by a valve. This valve, it is called as tricuspid valve. Okay, means opening of right auricle into right ventricle. Which valve is present? It is tricuspid valve. Okay, same way, left atrium, it opens into left ventricle. This opening is provided by a valve. This valve is called as bicuspid valve, or it is also called as mitral valve. Means what? That is left atrium opens into left ventricle, provided with bicuspid valve. Okay. This is new important point which included in internal structure. Okay. Now, one of the most point, that is inner surface of the ventricle. It is not smooth. It gets thrown into number of ridges-like structure. These ridges-like structure, these are called as columni corni. What it called as? Columni corni. Okay. And now from this columni corni, such type of threads or fibers arises, which is connected to the bicuspid and the tricuspid wall. These fibers are called as chordae tendineae. What it called as? Chordae tendineae. Because inner surface is not smooth, it gets thrown into number of fold-like structure. Okay, these are the important structures. Now we are very well known to that. In this right atrium, a blood vessel opens. This blood vessel is called as superior vena cava, and from lower surface another blood vessel, that is inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava also called as precaval. Here is the no valve. This inferior vena cava, it is called as postcaval. Here is the presence of the wall. Here wall is present, which is called as Eustachian valve, and coronary sinus which open into this, it is provided with the Thebesian valve. Okay. Now this left atrium, in which 4 pulmonary veins are open, 2 form here, that goes here, form dorsal surface and open here as like this. These are pulmonary veins. Here is the no walls are present. Okay. Now from right ventricle, the blood vessel arises, which is called as pulmonary aorta. The 2 branches of pulmonary aorta goes towards the respective lungs. Okay, this is pulmonary aorta, and this aorta, it is joined with the next one blood vessel, which is enlarged one. This is systemic aorta. Okay, this aorta is again having 3 smaller blood vessels seen in the external structures, that is systemic aorta divided into brachiocephalic. This is brachiocephalic. Okay, this middle one is common carotid. Okay, and this one is subclavian. What is this? It is subclavian. Okay. Now these pulmonary aorta and systemic aorta, at the base they are provided with the walls. These walls are called as semilunar walls. Okay, what it called as semilunar walls means, here we can write, that is pulmonary and systemic aorta. These 2 are provided with semilunar walls. Okay, in this way we can easily understood the structure, that is internal structure of the human heart. Now regarding with the human heart, the questions may be asked. It is very important point of your syllabus, and the questions depending upon this we will be discussed in the next lecture. Thank you.